Peace and harmony. Hope everybody doing their thing, staying in tune, living and loving life from the heart frequency, going with their own personal flows, flowing and going each day. So I want to talk right quick about 8-8, that beautiful energy of that Lion's Gate. And also, that coming up 8-11, Leo new moon / solar eclipse, which I'm not sure if the solar eclipse is going to be visible in this hemisphere. It might be only visible in the eastern part. Don't quote me on that, but it is a solar eclipse, so just shouting that energy out real right quick. So it is a new moon in Leo. So Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on your creativity, your being focused on your fire, on your intent, willpower, and expression. So it's. I'm just kind of going off some of my notes right here. It's just the time to be creative in your own desires, being creative in your own way. Just embrace your own uniqueness, and expressing your truthful, authentic vibes, whatever that be, and however you like to go about that stuff. And also, it's a reminder to be, childlike but not childish. Leos are basically like the forever kid at heart. You understand what I'm saying? That young heart, that just that childlike energy. That eternal compassion, that eternal love type vibe. Anyways, let me get into this some more. So, with this energy, it's gonna be it's gonna be like the last couple of moons. Like we've been messing with this stuff a little bit. Like we had the Aquarius type stuff, where I brought up the idea of the focused fire. You want to be focused on your stuff. You want to be focused on the things you want to grow, the things you want to manifest, the things you want to build within this lifetime, within this space and time, and in this reality. You want to be focused. You don't want to be, looking over here, looking over there, too much on the outside. You want to, definitely stay in tune, stay in balance, stay in alignment with your highest self, with the Most High. But also, work within this reality a little bit too. You gotta be hands-on with certain things, but then you gotta have to go with the flow type layback energy as well. But with this, it's kind of like kind of what I just intuitively pick up on. The vibes that I, when I catch a vibe, it's just like healing the scars. Some things are gonna come up from the past, whether you had issues with love, had anxiety or something along those lines. It's just the time to heal those scars, cleanse that energy that was built up. That, basically it's like one of the last energy cleanses where you can kind of go to the root of where that scar is. And, kind of not kind of, but like really, really know where it's coming from and why it's there and what exactly happened. So sometimes like with this energy, things can come up that basically were hidden or buried that you didn't want to face, or not say face, but what's the word? Anyways, I'm not gonna fucking trip on the word magic and all that shit. I'm just gonna keep it moving. But yeah, just another reminder to release that still energy, kind of like I brought up in that other moon video. Releasing that still energy, releasing the energy that's been built up, releasing the energy that no longer serves you, if there is any left, which there sometimes is, because you kind of with me personally, what I've been experiencing, like that shadow self comes up and it's like, come on motherfucker, let's box, you ain't got nothing, let's box. That shadow self, that lower nature kind of comes up just to fuck with you sometimes. And if you focus too much on that energy, then you see that reflection on the outside. So you definitely want to be aware of where that energy is coming, but not fear that energy, because that is a piece of you, which is the piece that you need to choose to cleanse, choose to kind of transmute, instead of looking at that from a negative aspect and being ashamed of it. Embrace that energy, because that's a piece of you, and transmute that unbeneficial negative energy, whatever you wants to call it. Unbeneficial, I think, is the best word. Transmute that energy into some neutral energy, something you can use to a positive aspect along your journey, most definitely. So yeah, it's just gonna be a time of clearing, cleansing old stale energy. Healing those scars. Picking up on those scars that really go deep with some kind of traumatic experience, whether it was a childhood trauma or something that happened in an adult stage of your life, or however it go. Also, some things that I've been experiencing is like which is kind of strange because I had my first muscle cramp for a long time. Actually, I had one, and that's something that's gonna come up. You're gonna be dealing with some, you know, depending on where it is, that it's gonna be an important part to be aware of, and get to the root of where that energy blockage or that energy strain is coming from. Yes, you don't want to focus on it too much, but you definitely want to, in a way, kind of, find out, like what it is, why that's happening. But you definitely don't want to focus on it. So maybe we should just cut that all out altogether. But yeah, so with this energy, you might be experiencing muscle cramps, intense headaches, or slight headaches to intense headaches, or even like dizziness. And I'm noticing the spot that I be in, currently staying, is with the fluctuations of heat. The heat's coming up. Basically, can you handle the heat? Can you handle the fire? That's what Leo's all about. Leo's that flame that's always lit, that flame that's always burning. It can never be blown out. It just keeps burning. And it's kind of interesting because with that, the last full moon in Aquarius, it was that fixed air. And I mentioned how it was, the air was blowing, but it was adding to that fire, making that creativity grow, that fire growing. So that fire is still lit here. This fire, you got to move with that fire, and how it was basically seeded and planted in the last cycle. And we are planting new seeds at this time too. So it's an important time to focus in on those seeds. And use that creative fire for a beneficial way, most definitely. So yeah, some beneficial things to just keep in mind and help, deal with these, like a little bit of stale energy or imbalances or things that come up like cramps or headaches. Definitely be drinking a lot of water. You don't want to overdo it, but you definitely want to keep yourself hydrated. To where you're just in a, I don't want to say comfortable, but comfortable is kind of the word. Maybe like a harmonized type state where you just feel just like in tune, where you just feel like basically at that perfect state where you can just do things freely, where you kind of feel light. Also a time to eat light, maybe even fast at times. Just don't overeat. Try not to overeat. Don't let that shadow self take over if it does come up. Just kind of eat light, eat just healthy, or whatever works for you along your journey, most definitely. Also, a great time to get into nature, vibe. Like me personally, whether it's like going to like a river, vibing with the sounds of nature, just being by the river, or just it can be anywhere. It can be in your backyard, a local park, the mountains, the forest, the beach, hey, whatever it go, just get some nature vibes in. Go out there and connect with Mother Nature so you can connect with your true essence of nature. Also, a time to just, it is dealing with that Leo energy, that feline energy, that lion people energy. So, what do cats like to do? Cats like to do things their way. Cats like to sometimes lay back, chill, and lounge. So if you're feeling that energy, hey, go ahead and take your nap. Get your nap time in. Go ahead and lounge, Don't be ashamed to just take a chill pill for a minute. Just lay back and nap, and you'll wake up, feeling refreshed, feeling good. Definitely a time just to, go with the flow, but also do things uh, with calculated precision as well. I guess, hey, that word came up pretty nice, man. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Going with the flow, but doing calculated precision. Doing your taking risks, but taking risks that that are uh, unpredictable but necessary at the same time. You know what I mean? And also just focus on the beneficial circumstances. Focus on the beneficial things in your life. You know, where you're at right now is where you're meant to be, you're gonna keep it moving. You're gonna keep it flowing. You're gonna keep building. So don't focus on things on the outside to where like, oh, this person is more, a little bit more advanced in this area. They're having things flow a little bit better in this way. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's not your path. Maybe you have a whole different path that takes you higher this way. Takes you this way. Takes you however it go. Multiple paths you can take. Just make sure it's the beneficial one for your being, for your circumstance, for your situation. Most definitely. So yeah, just going on my notes here. Also, just a time to be dreamy. This is kind of like definitely pay attention to your dreams. Be in that dreamy state. Maybe do some writing. Written portals. Portals to those thoughts and those dreams, so you can reflect on later, or you can keep building on in this very moment. Best time to do it is now, so just get on it now, most definitely. And it's also with this energy, it can be kind of uncomfortable at times because it is dealing with heightened energy, heightened frequencies, and heightened vibrations of your being. We're all amplifying up. The hurdle's coming. We in that 110-meter hurdle. We're moving forward, and you gotta jump that hurdle and keep moving. You gotta keep it moving. That hurdle's coming. You're gonna jump that hurdle and keep it flowing, keep it moving, or you're gonna let shadow self distract you from these things. Your lower nature gonna pull you down, and you're gonna run right into the hurdle, and then you're just gonna have to slow motion backwards and redo it again. It's all up to you. You gotta hit that. You gotta hit that hurdle hard. Hit that hurdle, run and just keep it moving. Jump that hurdle and keep it moving. That's what these shifts or these energy frequencies are. They're just hurdles along the journey. Here they come. You got to jump over and keep it moving. Use the benefit, use the energy, use the high-end energy for a beneficial circumstance, because we all getting upgrades or just heightened vibes, all around as it comes through. Most definitely, heightened abilities as well. One thing I've been experiencing is sometimes like you might catch certain things out of the corner of your eye. You might pick up on certain sounds. You might hear somebody. You might hear or see something that is so-called not in this reality. It's in the unseen, but you can see it at certain times. Or you might be able to straight up just see it or hear it. So, those heightened abilities, those heightened metaphysical abilities, most definitely. Going back to my notes right quick. Yeah, just a reminder to balance the internal. And balance the external as well. But by balancing the internal, by balancing your internal world, staying in tune, staying in alignment, you will be balancing your external. Because everything you manifest on the external, you manifest on the internal first and foremost. So definitely stay balanced on the internal, and focus that energy on the internal, being in your inner universe, most definitely. Make sure everything is in harmony, everything is balanced within there, and don't just you definitely want to be putting in the work. Yes, things are gonna come up, little bumps in the road, little hurdles, whatever he wants to say. But you just gotta do it your way. Nobody else can pave your path. You are the paver of your own path. You're the artist of your own reality. Every brushstroke is a step towards genius, is a step towards step towards you creating your reality. You don't take those brush strokes back. You just keep painting. Basically, it's like a layered canvas. So you just keep it. We have multiple different layers. Some positive, some negative. But as long as they're beneficial to your being, and you just keep flowing, you keep learning from those things, and you keep growing each day, then it's a victory, most definitely. So definitely, build your internal levels to build your external levels. So that's kind of like a side note I just wrote right here. Kind of like with this energy, I wrote this a couple days ago. So basically, I'm trying to channel all this energy again. So yeah, I'm just going into these written portals. So yeah, it's all about focusing on the internal world. Being somewhat carefree, somewhat unpredictable, but also calculating your intricate precision ways to go about things, I guess you could say. So I have a note here. Basically, it's just like bringing new freshness. New freshness is coming in. So it's gonna be kind of uncomfortable at times because the new freshness is kind of pushing out, the stale things, the things that are stale, the things that really just need to be, thrown by the wayside, the things that just need to be, the bridges that need to be burned. So new freshness is coming in, new ways of healing, basically. So you're gonna recognize those scars, those areas where you can really heal, those areas you can really work on to take it to the next level, take it to the next step, to grow along your spiritual journey even more so. And within that new freshness, I got another side note that I'm not trying to like butcher any information or kind of be misleading with anything. But I think that new freshness ties into the Uranus energy, which I'm not sure if Uranus is retrograde at this time, but that does tie into the Uranus energy. And creating your new habits, and like new fresh desires, new things that you want to basically like new projects that you want to take on. If you're inspired to do it, if you're feeling it in that moment, there's no better time than now. Just get up and work on it, whether it's for an hour a day or you go into that timeless state and it ends up being all day. Just go about it how you want to do it. I mean, yeah, like I said, we got little bumps along the road. We got little personal responsibilities to take care of, but he handles things. You never know. A beautiful thing could come out of something that's not so pretty sometimes. Also, shout out to like not trying to do any copyright information or anything like that, but shout out to Bob Marley. You cannot run away from yourself. We gotta be dealing with some of these lesson loops. So if a lesson does come up in your face, it's all up in your face. It's best to handle it right then and there. Because if you try to avoid it, you try to avoid something, and that lesson loop is just gonna come back around once more. Sometimes at the same pace, sometimes faster, sometimes a little bit longer with more intensity. So it's better just to face that lesson loop right then and there. It doesn't have to be all at once sometimes, but as long as you face it with little steps along the way, or face it all at once and get it out the way, then you got it. Because you can't run away from yourself. You can try, but if you try to run away from yourself, it's just gonna end up worse in the long run, man. Don't do it like that. You can't run away from yourself. So yeah, getting into this other stuff here. With this energy, I don't really like to do, like I said, this is kind of written down from a few days ago. I'm getting back into it now. So it is kind of like everything that I wrote down, and there's a lot more I wanted to put in. A lot more. I was catching that vibe, I just kind of wrote it down. These are just portals to the information, to the intuitive insights. I'm picking up on it pretty good for the most part, but there is a lot more in-depth information I could go about going, but just with these words that I'm, kicking right now, it might inspire something within somebody that come across this video, or something they might relate to that might spark an idea in them or something like that. So that's basically that's what it's all about. And also too, dealing with Leo, getting back into that Leo energy, since it is the Lion's Gate energy 8-8, and then also that new moon in Leo. This is a very good time to have that soul connection. Whether you have a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant, or like we all have this zodiac energy within us, some way, shape, or form. But if if it really does resonate with you, the lions, the lion people, it might be something good to research on. I have a video on that. I haven't put that one up, but I probably should, because with this energy, this is a lot of lion energy, lion people type energy at this time. And that soul connection, if it resonates with you. And how the 8-8 is the gateway, and the lion people, the lions, are the guardians of the yoni, the protectors of the yoni, the protectors of the divine feminine. How 8 kind of represents, the infinity side on the side, which, the 0 is the spirit space, the God space, the most high space, whatever you want to call it. That 8 is the infinity, your infinity loop. So it ties in with especially the whole way it's graded too. Like the way it's going from the 8-8 Lions Gate to the 8-11. That's dealing with the multiple different gateways right there, multiple different portals opening to grow along your journey, most definitely. So yeah, dealing with that. Trying to get into this, man. So it's also like a time to work with nurturing and growing your fire. So, your creative fire, your own creative fire. It's definitely the most important thing to nurture your creative fire. Just be in tune with yourself, know how you want to express things and go about things. And, just grow that energy. Focus in on that energy. Focus on the beneficial things. Focus on, doing those things in a positive way, so you can just benefit yourself, in all aspects of your life, most definitely. This is a good side note as well. Good thing I looked at this, because I almost left this out. But how lions are, the guardians of the gateway, aka the guardians of the yoni, guardians of the divine feminine. It's not just the divine feminine on the external, but also on the internal. It's the divine feminine within all of us, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So basically, it's like your protector of your creative fire, protector of your creativity, protector of your unique ways, most definitely also. So yes, that's definitely a good thing to focus on and just, basically just be aware with that at this time, So first and foremost, a protector of the divine feminine within and the external as well. So that's very important intuitive insight just to keep in mind. And I'm kind of drifting off a little bit, because I know with that thought right there was much more into it. But since the information is kind of it's flowing in, but I don't necessarily want to force anything. It's all about kind of going with the flow, but doing things just as you feel. So I'm not gonna force too many things. Leave it at that. Also, bringing up some crystals if you like to work with crystals. You never want to externalize your power, obviously, but crystals are not externalizing your power. It's just a tool, like very much so like meditation or something along these lines. It's just a focus tool. So, focus tool crystals, some very beneficial crystals to work with at this time. So it would be anything dealing with the Leo zodiac, so a very beneficial one. And a very high vibrational crystal is Dambrite, working with that crown chakra, as well as working with that heart chakra. Aligning the heart with the crown to let those high vibrations flow in a truthful, authentic state, most definitely. Also, a good one to work with is Peridot. It's like heart chakra stone, as well as kind of works with the solar plexus slightly because it is that yellowish green type hue to it. Dealing with abundance, prosperity, as well as protection for the heart. Also, promoting luck and love in your life, both love for oneself and others as well. And also, as it is dealing with the moon energy, a good, very beautiful one to work with is that rainbow moonstone. Dealing with that moon energy very heavily, and also dealing with that divine feminine. Getting very in tune with that divine feminine energy, and it is a storm element for Leo, so it is a very good one to work with. And it also deals with that high heart and kind of throat chakra as well. Being truthful in your expression, being truthful and authentic at all times, in whatever it be, most definitely. So that's definitely a good one to work with. As well as since we are going over this hurdle, we are hurdling this energy, we're keeping it moving in the 110-meter hurdles, moldavite that extraterrestrial type energy, that high vibrational energy, very good for transformation, transforming into your best self, your highest self, being the best that you can be, I guess you could say as well. It's a very good one to work with, as well as malachite. Malachite, dealing with that divine feminine, dealing with the heart chakra and first eye or third eye chakra as well. That's a very good one to work with at this time. Another very, very beautiful one to work with is any type of quartz. So whether it be clear quartz, being able to program at this time. Also know with those high vibrations, most definitely. Any type of quartz, whether it be clear, like I just mentioned, or smoky quartz, amethyst, or citrine. Citrine be a very beautiful one to work with as well. Dealing with that manifestation, luck, abundance, prosperity, dealing with your own solar energy, the stomach area. As well as Lemurian quartz, dealing with the ancestors from Lemuria, where you could say some of that lion energy stems from, or was here in this plane, in this dimension, on this earth, Lemurian quartz, channeling those high vibrations from the ancestors, channeling those high vibrations from your highest self, aka ancestors, or aka children. Also, it's just a good time to work with any heart chakra or throat chakra crystals. So, have some side note ones, good ones to work with is Amazonite. Amazonite, it's also a very good one to protect it from EMFs. So that's just a beautiful one to work with overall. But yeah, that one's also good for channeled writing, and it's also good one for artists. So I would highly recommend that one as well. As well as lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, works with that throat chakra, that third eye, and the solar plexus. That trio right there. That's a very beautiful one to work with. But yeah, that's basically it. Just any of the crystals there that resonate or work with. I hope this video wasn't too boring. Like I said, this is some channel information that I. A vibe that when I was just catching a vibe, I just kind of wrote it down as I went. So I'm kind of looking through this information that I read right here, this, and just kind of jumping right back through that portal to get back into that information. But most important thing, you just put it into practice. You just live in that energy. You're practicing what you preach, most definitely. And you're just flowing through it, going about it your way. Like I said, every energy shift, every moon, there's kind of like a hurdle that you have to go over, and it's kind of hard to say because we are like a little bit uniquely different in every way. Even though we are one and the same, we all have our unique hurdles we kind of have to jump over and keep moving forward. And with this energy, like after every full moon, you want to plant those seeds. And with this new moon, you want to start, watering those seeds, putting those seeds into action. If you feel inspired to do so. So, with that being said, just most importantly, just stay in alignment. Be in that place of that harmonized feeling where you just feel, at peace, because we are at peace of the Most High. Peace of the Most High. But yeah, just where you feel in harmony, stay in alignment with your highest self, stay in alignment with the Most High. Never give attention to a person, place, or thing that makes you feel unaligned. If something is making you feel unaligned, then definitely cut cords, cleanse, burn that bridge if you must, and do what you got to do to get to always stay in alignment. Like I said, like this energy, with alignment, protectors of the divine feminine, you don't want you don't want something to come in and try to throw you off. It's definitely a time to protect your alignment, stay in alignment. You don't have to be aggressive or rude or anything like that, because that's a form of unalignment. But just definitely, be in alignment, be in alignment at all times. Anyways, this video kind of flowing all over the place, but hopefully the information is beneficial for you and helps you in some way, or sparks something in you. Then hey, then it was all worth it. So much love, peace, peace, and harmony. I know everybody doing their thing, staying in tune, living in love and life from that heart frequency, from that high heart frequency, most definitely in that truthful state always. Peace, y'all.